Well, good evening, this is Hound Dog Steve wishing you a very pleasant evening, and there is no end of the flip-flopping going on with this whole outbreak issue, and the flip-flop is going on at the highest possible levels, and they're wondering why people are losing faith in their institutions. This is absolutely unbelievable. Little article from RT. Fauci flip-flops again, says there's no data to indicate that wearing multiple masks is beneficial in fighting the spread of CV. Just when he seemed to be a proponent of the double masking fad, US CV czar Dr. Anthony Fauci has again reversed his expert advice, saying there is no data to show that multiple masks provide increased virus protection. And here is the direct quote. There are many people who feel, if you really want to have an extra little bit of protection, maybe I should put 2 masks on. There's nothing wrong with that, but there is no data that indicates that that is going to make a difference. And that's the reason why the CDC has not changed the recommendations. And I would recommend that you go to the CDC website and read some of the stuff in there about mask wearing. It is absolutely unbelievable, and it completely contradicts this mannequin who has been in our faces for the last year. Fauci made his comments in a live-stream conversation late last week with leaders of major US teachers' unions. The video surfaced on social media on Sunday. The media darling statement appeared to reverse comments he made just a few days earlier when he said in an NBC News interview that it just makes common sense that double masking is more effective than wearing a single mask. But by just a day later, the experts seem to be in the game of one-upmanship, with NBC quoting another doctor saying that 3 or even 4 masks would provide greater filtration, though such a strategy could backfire because increased discomfort could force the wearer to remove the fortress of face coverings. Multi-masking has become increasingly prevalent in recent weeks as politicians and other mask advocates have put on additional layers to seek added protection or send a safety prowess message. The New York Times even declared last week that 2 masks are the new masks and praised the likes of Pete Buttigieg and his husband for double masking at President Joe Biden's January 20th inauguration. Fauci's turnabout perhaps throws a little cold water on the fashion trend, as mainstream media outlets treat the 80-year-old doctor almost like a religious figure when it comes to his CV directives. But it was just the latest in a long line of flip-flops on the outbreak guidelines. In December, for example, Fauci admitted to lying about herd immunity targets to manipulate public opinion about CV inoculations. He said last March that there was no need for the general public to wear masks to prevent the spread of the virus, then called in October for a national mask mandate. So on the subject of masks alone, he's gone from 0 to 1 to 2 to 1. It's not altogether clear which of those recommendations was on target. Dr. Michael Osterholm, an infectious disease expert who served on Biden's CV advisory board, said Sunday in an NBC interview that double masking could cause more infections because more air would likely be forced to escape through gaps around the sides of the mask because it would be harder to pass through the filters. Think about your swim goggles, Osterholm said. When was the last time anybody leaked at the lenses? They leak at the fit. It doesn't help, he added, that as many as 1/4 of people wear masks under their noses. That's like fixing 3 of the 5 screen doors in your submarine. What's going on there? We've got to get people to start using these right. So when you factor in this from the bizarre, opaque, nonsensical, backwards, double-talking moves that the politicians have made all through this outbreak. I mean, they have been basically wrong every step of the way, and they have backtracked, moved forward. They have bypassed scientific studies, which are on the CDC's website themselves. How on earth can you possibly trust a word that comes out of these people's mouths? And to be quite frank with you, when I look around at the number of people who are just absolutely blindly compliant without doing any of their own research, I am absolutely staggered. For God's sake, people, wake up. Everyone's got a computer. Everyone has got the internet. It is not impossible for you to do some simple research. And if you do, you will find out you will find out how wrong and upside down and backward and inside out these supposed experts are. And I always like the definition of an expert as X is an unknown quantity and a spurt is a drip under pressure. Okay, if you've enjoyed this article, please like, comment and subscribe below. And in the meantime, this is Hound Dog Steve signing off, wishing you a very pleasant evening, and we'll talk very, very shortly. You take care now. Bye.